Today I will be taking up the class on blood transfusion. This class is mostly directed for the undergraduate students, though postgraduate students can also take part in this. And this part of the academic session is in accordance with the newly laid syllabus or topics by NMC or National Medical Commission. So in this topic, mainly on blood transfusion, the we'll discuss different headings and questions. Our discussions will be on the following topics: definitions and indications of blood transfusion, blood banking, blood grouping and cross matching, blood products, blood substitutes, auto transfusions, complications of blood transfusion, and ultimately massive blood transfusion. So among these topics, we will be dealing up to blood substitutes today. Next three topics will be dealt on later. So what is the definition of blood transfusion? It is a transfusion of the whole blood or its components such as blood corpuscles or plasma from one person to another. Indications of blood transfusion are when there is a blood loss more than 20% of the blood volume of the patient, when hemoglobin level is less than 8 gram per dl without any risk factors, or hemoglobin level less than 10 gram persons with major disease or patient has been taken up for major surgery. So before transfusion, how to prepare blood for transfusion? So we need screening for blood-borne infections and blood grouping and compatibility testing, because RBC contains more than 300 antigens and 220 blood group antigens are well known. So these can develop in different types of complications during or after transfusion. So to have a proper blood transfusion, we need blood storage and other things to deal with. For that, we have blood bank. So in 1937, Bernard Fantus, a director of therapeutics at the Cook County Hospital in Chicago, established one of the first hospital blood banks in the United States. Here they preserved, refrigerated and stored donor blood, so they have termed it as blood bank. So blood banking is a process that takes place in a laboratory to make sure that donated blood or blood products are safe for blood transfusions and other medical procedures. Blood banking includes typing the blood for transfusion and testing for infectious diseases. So there are different types of blood group systems. Among the major are ABO system and Rich's system. Minor systems are for H antigen, MNS antigen system, Lutheran system, Kale system, and Duffy system. Among them, ABO and RH grouping are the most important. In ABO, there are four main blood group types: A, B, AB, and O. The ABO and RH blood grouping system is based on agglutination reaction. When red blood cells carrying one or both the antigens are exposed to the corresponding antibodies, they interact with each other to form visible agglutination clamping. If this occurs, this type of transmission should be avoided. Now, the term forward and reverse blood grouping. In this method, both forward as well as reverse grouping is carried out. The forward grouping suggests whether there is a presence or absence of A and B antigens in the RBCs of the donor. Reverse grouping indicates the presence or absence of anti-A and anti-B in serum. So now look at the ABO grouping. In blood group A, RBC contains antigen A and plasma contains anti-B antibody. Blood group B contains B antigens in RBC and anti-A antibody in plasma. AB blood group contains both A and B RBC antigens in RBC and no antibody in plasma. Whereas O blood group contains both anti-A and anti-B antibodies in plasma, whereas no antigen in RBC. So this way, A group can donate blood to A and AB, B can donate to B and AB, AB can donate only to AB. So AB is universal recipient, whereas O can donate blood to A, B, AB, and O. So O blood group is considered as universal donor. Next come Rh blood group system. It is a human blood group system where it contains proteins on the surface of red blood cells. It is the second most important blood group system after ABO grouping. The Rh blood group systems consist of 49 different blood group antigens, among which 5 antigens D, C, E and small e are the most important. So Rh status of an individual is described with a positive or negative suffix after the ABO type. The terms Rh factor, Rh positive and Rh negative refer to the Rhd antigen only. Antibodies to Rh antigens can be involved in hemolytic transfusion reactions, and antibodies to the Rhd and Rh antigens confer significant risk of hemolytic disease of the fetus and newborn. So before transfusion, we have to go for cross-matching in blood banks in order to avoid transfusion reactions and post-transfusion complications. So cross-matching is a procedure performed prior to a blood transfusion to determine whether donor blood is compatible with recipient blood. Compatibility is determined through matching of different blood group systems, most important of which are ABO and Rh system. Purpose of cross-matching. The cross-match is routinely used as the final step of pre-transfusion compatibility testing. The purposes are irregular and detect irregular antibodies, to check errors in ABO grouping, and also to check clerical errors in patient identification result recording. The cross-match will detect the following: most recipient antibodies directed against antigens on the donor red blood cells, measures error in ABO grouping, level in identification of donors and recipients, which is very important for also medical legal aspect. Next, compatibility testing. Major cross-match between donor's blood and recipient plasma, and minor cross-match is done between donor's plasma and recipient blood. What is emergency transfusion? If the patient has come to the emergency and it needs urgent blood transfusion, if we give O negative blood without cross-matching, so when blood group is available, the switch over to transfusion of a specific blood group. So how to store blood? Blood can be stored in a refrigerator at 2 degrees Celsius, and to increase the life period of blood, it should be preserved in anticoagulants like acid citrate dextrose, where it can be stored up to 21 days, citrate dextrose phosphate adrenaline up to 35 days, which is most commonly used in India, Adsol, Neotrice and Optisol. All of them can store blood up to 42 days. So we have screened the blood, we have also grouped and cross-matched. Now we are ready for the transfusion. But nowadays, transfusion of whole blood is rarely indicated or rarely done. So we use different components of blood as per requirement of the patient. So we can also reduce the wastage of blood products. First, we should also go for whole blood. The specific indications are very few: hypovolemic shock and hemorrhagic shock, and Browns. Now, come to the products. First is packed red blood cells or PRBC. It is preferred over whole blood transfusion because it can avoid cardiac overload. Infections and allergic reactions related to plasma can be avoided. 1 unit of packed red blood cell can increase hemoglobin by 1 gram per deciliter. Whole blood can be utilized to extract other products like FFP, platelet, factor concentrates. 1 unit of packed red blood cell contain 200 to 250 ml. There are additional factors like fibrinogen, but there is no clotting factors. Common uses are acute blood loss anemia, massive blood transfusion, and surgical blood loss. Fresh frozen plasma. 1 unit or 1 pack contains 180 to 300 ml. Plasma is separated from the blood corpuscles by centrifugation and then frozen within 6 hours of collection. It contains all coagulation factors and plasma proteins. ABO compatibility necessary nowadays, though earlier it was told that it is not necessary but highly desirable. Indications are coagulopathies associated with liver disease or which is to be corrected immediately. Example, when there is active bleeding, reversal of warfarin therapy, antithrombin 3 deficiency, and plasma protein deficiency. So it's called poor man's albumin. Platelet concentrates. 1 unit contains 50 ml of platelets. This is the only product which can be stored at room temperature for 4 to 5 days, but it can survive for only 24 to 48 hours at 2 degrees centigrade. Transfused platelets survive in the circulation for 2 to 7 days. Indications are when platelet count is less than 10,000 in absence of active bleeding and less than 50,000 with active bleeding or patients undergoing major surgery. 1 unit platelet transfusion can increase the count of platelet by 5,000 to 10,000 units. ABO comparatively is not necessary but desirable. Now there are two terms known as single donor platelet and random donor platelet. Single donor platelet or SDP is when it's derived from a single donor's blood. Random donor platelet or RDP is when it is derived from pooled plasma of multiple donors. 1 unit of SDP is equal to 6 units of SDP of RDP. Chances of disease transmission is high with RDP, that is random donor platelet. Next is cryoprecipitate. One pack contains 10 ml. It is supernatant precipitate of FFP, contains 8 to 145 units of factor 8 and 1200 to 1500 unit of fibrinogen. It also contains von Willebrand factor and factor 13. It pools from many donors. Its indications are in von Willebrand disease, DIC, that is disseminated intravascular coagulation, and also with hemophilia A. Disadvantage: maximum chance of disease transmission, and it must be infused within 6 hours of delivery. It cannot be stored. Now, leukocyte reduced red blood cells, another product of blood. We have seen association between immunosuppression and allergenic transfusion. So the effect is termed as transfusion related immunomodulation, which is thought to be principally related to exposure to leukocytes. So these phenomena can be decreased or prevented with the transfusion of leukocyte reduced red blood cell. So what are the uses? To decrease the incidence of subsequent refractoriness to platelet transfusion, that is, it has been seen that with subsequent platelet transfusion, there may be febrile reaction. So it caused by HLA alloimmunization in patients requiring long-term platelet support. To provide blood components with reduced risk for the transmission of cytomegalovirus infection, it can also be used to prevent subsequent febrile non-hemolytic transfusion reactions in patients who have had one documented episode earlier. It can also decrease the incidence of HLA alloimmunization in non-hepatic solid organ transplant candidates. So these are the uses of leukocyte-reduced red blood cells. And last but not the least are granulocyte concentrate. Granulocyte concentrate are used in profound granulocytopenia, that is less than 500 per millimeter cube, with evidence of infection. Example, positive blood culture, persistent temperature higher than 38.5 degrees centigrade, that are unresponsive to antibiotic therapy. Daily transfusions are given until the infection is under control or the granulocyte count is greater than 1000 millimeter cube per millimeter cube. Such products have a shelf life of 24 hours and are not routinely available. So all these things are come under blood products. So you can be asked to write a question in a paper like, what are the different type of blood products? Mention its uses. Or you can also have questions like, what are the indications of blood transfusions? What is the components of blood, and what are the uses of blood products? So these are the questions you can face. Once again, another question you can face is blood substitute. So it can come as a long question or also a short note. So what is blood substitutes? A blood substitutes, also called artificial blood or blood surrogate, is a substance used to mimic and fulfill some functions of biological blood. It aims to provide an alternative to blood transfusion, which is transferring blood or blood-based products from one person into another. There are no well accepted oxygen carrying blood substitute, which is the typical objective of a red blood cell transfusion. There are widely available non-blood volume expanders for cases where only volume restoration is required. You have heard many terms like uh, hemaxil, fusion, etc. There, these are helping to avoid the risk of disease transmission and immune suppression, addresses the chronic blood donor shortage, and addresses the concerns of Jehovah's Witnesses and others who have religious objections to receiving transfused blood. But for all purposes, it cannot be the ultimate thing to replace blood and blood products. These are can be used for temporary measures or when in urgent need. So, what are the characteristics of an ideal blood substitute? For this, we have to remember that the most important adverse effect of blood transfusion relate to the antigenicity of donor blood and its ability to transmit infection. So, to avoid these things, we can also give blood substitute if needed. An ideal blood substitute should lack antigenicity and eliminate or at least substantially reduce the ability to transmit infections. It should be readily available, it should have long half-life, it should be capable of being stored at room temperature, and the biologic properties of an ideal blood substitute should include a reasonable amount of oxygen delivery when compared to normal human red blood cells. Classifications of blood substitute. First generation products are mainly fluorocarbon emulsions. Next, toma-free hemoglobin, and next generation blood substitute like polyethylene glycol hemoglobin and raffinose X-linked hemoglobin. These are the products nowadays are used or should be used more and more because they are mainly oxygen carriers. So there is a chart types of hemoglobin based oxygen carriers. There are two types, mainly cross-linked hemoglobin based oxygen carrier and polymerized hemoglobin based oxygen carriers. Among the cross-linked one, there is diaspirin cross-linked hemoglobin. They carries oxygen. Then is hemopure, that is glutathione bovine hemoglobin. They also carries oxygen. And there is polyheme, then oxyglobin, which is polymerized thing, polyhemoglobin, and polyhemoglobin fibrinogen. These are the things which are now under trial and it can be used. Now after that, you should also know what are the plasma substitutes. There are colloid solutions and crystalloid solution. Among colloid solutions, there is albumin 5% and 25%, and plasma protein solutions or fraction, they are 5% albumin and non-albumin plasma proteins. Crystalloid solutions like normal saline, finger lactate, dextrans. Indications are volume expansion, protein replacement without risk of transmission of viruses. So this ends our today's topic of discussions. We are left with transfusions like autotransfusions, massive blood transfusion, and different types of complications or transfusion reactions, which will be dealt later on. So, this blood transfusion is fully for your theory examination, and these type of questions which I have discussed can come as a long questions or short notes. So, I think this much is enough for today. Tomorrow we will have the later topics at the same time.